And I'd like to remind you all, last week I did say at the end of the episode that because we had just started Chapter 3 in the last 10 minutes, that we would start again with Chapter 3. No need to roll the intro on that chapter. We'll just jump right back into it. You're all standing at the bottom of the stairwell, where Mallory has now ripped the drywall out from underneath the stairwell to reveal kind of a cellar door on the bottom of the floorboard. Around it, it's been painted over, but you can see that there's a crease and a handle. It's kind of stained, where you see a black line moving its way around it, almost as if this like black fungus mold has tried working its way out from whatever's underneath and into the rest of the home, trapped by that, thin drywall. That seemed to be doing the trick, at least keeping it from spreading throughout the rest of the house. So I needed to show you this.
How?
You can explain how you knew it was there?
And why was it covered?
Is this black mold? You know this is completely unsanitary.
I think it's a bit more than Tandy. I think it's a bit more than just a covering because it's unsanitary.
Well, I'm just saying, with just sanitary measures, you can't just put drywall on
Sanitary
top of
measures, yet you bought faulty filters.
Guys, can we focus, please? Mallory, what's going on here?
I think it's best if you all went down there. But I can't go with you.
How do we know we can trust him what he's saying? He's keeping secrets from us.
I
don't want to go down into a murder basement.
Showed you this the minute you told me things were happening. I had hoped those things wouldn't happen to you.
But you had an idea that they might.
If your father was any sign that it was possible, then yeah.
What was possible?
I'm assuming since he didn't even tell you about this place, he'd prefer... I probably shouldn't say anything else.
Okay, well, Mallory, you basically just tore up a section of the house and said, "Oh, hey, here's a hidden door. I'm not going with you, but you go downstairs." We can't trust that at all. You have to go down.
You what?
I
Before
wanna go
us?
down.
Kane!
Are you nuts?
I can't.
I
I literally cannot. Physically.
What does that mean?
It's too hard to explain. I just know I can't. I won't. But if you want to know at least a little about what is going on here, that might be a place that you can find some answers.
I run into the kitchen and grab the biggest knife that I can find.
What, Kane? What is it with you kids and knives? We don't need knives and a house.
We got attacked by a doll. Who knows what else is going to be down
Exactly,
there?
and Mallory's being
Yeah.
very cryptic right now. But I need to go down.
It was an animatronic doll.
Something
No,
it
that's
bit
not.
me. Something bit Gemma. We might as well go down there
There are
safe.
a lot of insects and everything that are out here. You could have been bitten by a trio of them or
Tandy.
fleas.
How did the doll know?
Okay, you know
Mallory,
what? You know what? I will show you that there is nothing to be afraid of in this house. This is our new home. This is our family home. This is a new
Let
start.
me go
This
first.
is some
Just let
family.
me go first.
Tandy opens the door to go downstairs.
It's currently sealed, so you grab the knife to break the seal,
Yeah.
right?
Wait,
Okay.
wait.
Just Tandy.
Hold on, is this mold? We should wear masks or
Yeah,
something.
how do we know that we're safe to go down if you won't even go
Okay.
down?
Girls, if you don't want to go down, just I can go down and
Kane,
I
just cover your face, okay?
Okay, I will go get the mold masks.
Yeah.
They should be
I
in the
began
kitchen.
working on the
Do
door.
they
I just-
actually block mold?
Well, you have, given that the year that you're in, 2038, everyone would have breathing masks to block out toxins for any trip outside whatsoever. So that's something you would definitely have access to.
I'm gonna run over to the front door where our masks are hung up and grab our masks.
and I'm
first.
just working on just opening the door.
So
with
you
the-
start shimming through
I put the mask over
and
Kane's
across.
face.
As you start cutting, you start to feel the seal lift, and the door itself starts to bow with the air pressure releasing, as the smell starts to release itself.
Okay, stop.
It's a
Everybody put your
smell-
masks on.
It smells like that hole that was in the wardrobe upstairs.
Yeah, what are there, a million dead animals down there?
Oh,
We can't go down there.
I'm so
It's a
determined
smell
it doesn't stop me.
Of history, of time, things that haven't been touched.
Okay, I'm slightly hesitant, but
Okay, everybody
As-
has their masks on.
How
seals.
long has this been sealed for?
I think Dad's been storing his dirty socks down here.
Dad's been
Mallory,
hiding a lot of
is this
things.
at least safe?
Yeah, no kidding.
I need to go check on Gemma. But he reaches out and he puts his hand on Grace's shoulder. As he does, you realize that it's kind of cold to the touch. I need you to understand something. You bit Gemma. And the sooner you accept that, the easier this will be for you.
What are you talking about?
You start to hear Gemma cry in the distance as he says, "I'm sorry. I need to make sure I shouldn't leave her alone for this long, but you'll be fine."
Could you, could you
continue.
just apologize to her for me?
I will.
Grace, did you really bite her?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't believe that for a second, Gracie. So.
Yeah,
Just so you
that's.
You've completely
possible.
cut through the seal as it's starting to like lift as it bows up, and the moisture in the wood is just starting to like contract after years of kind of being held in its place. It just starts to lift itself. Do you go ahead and open it?
Yes.
Tandy,
Maybe
I would
roll for me.
Tandy, put your mask on.
All right, I sealed the mask. You know, everybody should have sealed masks.
We
right
should
now.
keep these on since who knows what toxins got in this house
Sure.
by now.
I agree.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Okay,
1611.
Is there
Hope?
any hope?
You have 5 hope
Nice,
available.
thank you.
I'm gonna re-roll
Thanks,
this with
Jack.
one of the hope.
Nice.
Cool.
1 6.
1 6.
Excellent.
Okay. Tell me what happened.
Tandy braces against the door. It is a bit warped and bowed out, so she has to put a lot of force behind it, but then is able to swing the door open. As she does, a bunch of dust and like this cloud just pops like right out of the cellar, coating all of the Ronnie family.
How do we know that we're not gonna get something from this?
Well, you have your mask sealed.
But it's
right
all over
now.
our skin.
My no chance for romance
Just let me go first. Whatever you do, please, please. I turn the knife upwards now like this.
So the stairwell, you can see, goes extremely sharp in an angle down into the darkness. Nothing else is visible at the bottom. The
Wait.
light peering in from the front of the house makes its way through, creeping its way down the stairs. But before it can even get to the bottom, they reach further into blackness.
I
look
pull out
for
my phone.
Light.
and
I look for a light switch.
There are none.
There are none.
pull out my phone and put on the flashlight on my phone. And I-
I'm going to run to the laundry room. I know that we have a bunch of flashlights there. I will be right back. Please don't go into the cellar without me.
I don't want
Okay.
So you make your way to the other side of the house. Do you continue forward or wait for her?
I wait for her.
Okay. As you stand there at the top of the stairs, looking down, you pause for a moment to see if you can hear anything. And it's nothing, it's silent. And you notice in that moment when you're trying to hear for anything that it's oddly silent everywhere. The rain has stopped. There's no sound of anything outside. It's almost as if you're trapped within a vacuum. Only the sound of your sister's breathing and the steps of your stepmother walking across the house.
Did the storm outside stop?
I don't hear anything, not even a breeze.
I don't even hear Gemma anymore.
Hello? Is there an echo? Or
No. In fact, it's the opposite of an echo. It's almost as if your breath gets sucked right back up into your body as the sounds leave you.
Remember that one time we went to Colorado and there was that heavy snowfall
yeah.
and we couldn't hear anything?
hmm
There's no snow here though. What is going on?
I don't know, but I need to get down there. Tandy, how's the flashlights coming?
You could definitely hear
Tandy?
him if you were working your way over.
On my way back.
Well, I'm going to have you roll to see what you find in that laundry room, because flashlights are not something we've discussed being in there.
You did.
They're very
you said
primitive.
It so well as well. You tried.
I tried.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 6s.
No one's.
Nice.
No
Okay.
ones.
Very good.
Okay, what do you find?
Industrial strength flashlights.
From IKEA?
From IKEA. It's actually IKEA / Tesla. So they
They're a
have
super
a
brand.
they have a battery inside that will last for years.
Wow.
And I find 4 of them. When I thought previously that I'd only bought 2, but no, apparently I got the deluxe pack.
Great. Tandy.
So you make your way back and hand over all the flashlights.
Okay. Are we ready?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Be careful with that knife. These are steep stairs.
And don't be afraid to swing it if anything comes from
No,
you.
and that's what it's for. Okay. Let's do this.
So you start making your way down the steps. Unlike the stairs moving up up towards the top of the house, these are reinforced with concrete underneath. Each step feels hard, solid. As you get further in, the cold creeps in. As you shine your light around, as you first come down, you notice the walls are solid concrete.
Oh, this is
You also notice at the bottom of the stairwell at least 2 to 3 inches of standing water.
Jesus.
Oh,
Oh no.
gross. Don't step in
Can
it.
you see through it at all?
Can I?
As you shine your light into it, it's green and brown.
We can't go in that.
I'm going in.
This is probably what smells so bad. Kane, you'll never get a girlfriend if you walk in that.
It's okay, it's okay.
Ugh.
As you shine your light over to the left, you notice a stack of chairs. They're all turned on their sides, upside down, stacked on top of themselves, leading all the way up to the ceiling of this basement. The ceiling of the basement itself is also concrete. These chairs, all wood, some of them looking as if to date back hundreds of years. Wow. Stacked, blocking the back of the basement.
So it's just chairs blocking further back. There's stuff further back, right?
How
Yes.
many chairs are there?
At least 30.
Jesus. Why
Well, we
stacked
can have a
against
dinner
that.
party now.
Well, look at all this space, though. I mean, who'd imagine when I looked at the original blueprints for the house, we didn't know we'd have an attic and a basement.
I don't really want it
Kane,
anymore.
Help me with these chairs to
yeah,
see if we
yeah.
can see the back.
I
back of this
I start
basement.
pulling down the chairs.
As you
I help him.
so do you go into the water?
I go into the water.
So the both of you are now, you've moved forward into the basement as you're standing in about 3 inches of water as it's sloshing around with your movement. 2 of you have stayed on the stairs
walk in
just
that.
above.
I wasn't planning on going
Yeah,
in there.
unless you've worn your cowboy boots, don't bother getting in.
I'm
You have
not
your
ruining my
galoshes.
military boots in there.
Yeah.
As you start taking
So-
down the chairs,
Hey, here.
the
Back to
door
the side.
above you closes. Complete darkness closes in.
Who shut the door?
Girls,
Was that Mallory?
Those fucking guys. I go back up the stairs and I try to open it.
It won't open.
Mallory!
Kane, Tandy.
I
Okay.
come up to the door too, and I try to put my shoulder against it and barge up.
Nothing. It won't budge. It's almost directly above you. You're kind of squished in there trying to push it up.
Mallory, if this is some kind of sick joke.
Are there any windows around the edges, like the basement
No.
windows? There's nothing.
Solid concrete.
So we're stuck
Alright.
down here
I
now.
don't like that.
Well, we're not because Mallory will eventually check on us, and also Briar. He's always around.
How do we know that
So
Mallory
we're
wasn't the one?
Briar
who-
gonna
just did
find
that.
us.
I'm just saying right now. How about we look at the rest of this basement? Maybe there's something that we can use
And
to
there's only one
wedge
direction.
against this, wedge against the door to help force it open. So we know that the seal has been broken. We know that we can open this door. Let's just check the rest of this basement for something that we can use.
Okay,
Through
only
the
one way we can
silence
go.
and the sound of your
Go
heavy
back down.
breathing, you start to hear, this is before you get back over there. You're still standing on the stairwell at this moment. You standing down in the water looking up at them with your flashlight. You hear just behind you over your right shoulder the creaking of the chairs. You first assume, of course, that this is just the chairs moving after he removed some. Then you notice it's a little rhythmic.
What, did
you hear that?
Only you hear that.
Yeah. I slowly turn around to my right with my flashlight, shining it towards the chairs.
Okay, just towards the chairs.
Yeah.
As you put your light kind of through the chairs, enough of them have been removed that you see this reflection coming back on you, almost like that of a cat eye, as it gets towards the back wall. As your light hits it, and the reflection is just enough to glare and move its way back towards you.
Tandy starts moving towards it slowly, kind of shining the light.
You're kind of shining through the chairs as you reach your arm through. As you do, you start to hear the ticking on the edge of the chair. As you shine a little bit more, you catch another round, spheric-like object that reflects back at you.
What is this? I put my hand on the wood of the chair because, you know, when something shakes or rattles, you try to steady it.
You do steady it. As your hand touches it, it softens its movement as it kind of stops rattling. And then as your light is facing the wall, you notice a spherical shape blink.
I remove the chair out of my way.
So you've completely removed this chair and reveal now another spherical shape. Almost as if one on the left that you first saw is a little bit higher, second a little lower, a third a little lower, like that, moving its way in a diagonal across the wall. And then in sequence, they blink.
This is so... What is this?
You notice that there's a bunch of chairs blocking the other side of the wall.
I move over to there to move one of the chairs.
You have to get really close to the wall. And as you do, and you go to grab one of the chairs and you start to move it and lift it back, you notice the spherical shape kind of rotates within the concrete and blinks and then looks up directly at you. As your light catches it, you move back just a little bit. There's no pupil, but there's clearly a reflection there and movement. As you notice this other spherical shape now at the bottom of the diagonal, leveling off. And as you take a step back, you hear the sound of these spheres moving in unison, as if tracking you as you move.
Maybe it's like Jesus eyes or something.
The three of you have lost track of your stepmother, and you can no longer see her or her light in the basement before you.
Hey, where did
Tandy?
Tandy go?
Tandy?
This isn't that big of a basement.
Tandy?
Did she...
Tandy?
There's only one place she could have gone, and that's on the other side of those chairs.
Why would you do that?
I don't want to go in there.
Okay.
You hear them, and you try replying. You see them, but they're clearly unable to see you or hear you.
I'm right here.
Tandy?
I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Why would you
Where
just go
is she?
I can't see her.
Tandy!
This is...
Okay,
Okay.
haha. I'm right here.
Okay,
There's no other way out of here. Where would she have gone?
I'm
okay,
right
I need to find her.
Here.
So you move off the stairwell and go right directly towards there. As you start moving through the chairs that you removed, you start to see her, and you didn't realize this before, but you're passing through this almost thick black fog as your light kind of cuts directly through it, and it's more of a feeling as you look out of the corners of your eye, not able to see it through the front of your eye, but only in your peripheral, as you see this kind of black surround you and envelop you as you walk further in and notice Tandy directly in front of you.
I'm here.
Tandy,
I'm right here,
we-
close to the wall.
why
Why
did you
are
go
you
in-
trying to mess with me right
no,
now?
Tandy, no one's trying to mess with you. You
It's
just walked on
completely
ahead.
unnecessary.
I turned back and tried to see the girls.
You see them, you can no longer see him.
Did you
He just walked
Kane!
into the
Girls!
group of
Kane,
chairs.
why
Tandy's
did you
right
turn
here.
your light off?
just
Turn your light back
disappeared.
on!
She's right here, girl.
Turn your light back on. I can't see
You
you.
just
My light
disappeared.
is
Did you
on.
see that?
Oh my
Our
God.
lights are on.
Hey, dummies!
Grace, what the hell is going on?
We have to go in there.
Okay, this is not funny. This isn't funny.
We weren't
Kane,
playing a joke. Look, girls.
She's gone.
right here.
Okay, let's go.
We have to go.
We're going to go down the stairs into the water and go over to where we last saw King's
As
light.
the two of you first step in the water, you notice it's extremely cold.
Oh,
And as you start moving your feet, you see it kind of slushing around you as this thick moss that's built up starts to push out from underneath your feet.
If they're playing a joke, I'll be really upset about my boots.
I know.
We're not playing
We're
a
here.
joke.
We're here.
We're right
He
here.
went over
Right
to the wall
here.
over there.
You're standing
side
in
of the
front of the
chairs.
group of chairs. You hear nothing. You see nothing.
I'm on one side and I just go up and grab them.
You see a hand reaching out of the darkness.
What is that?
Oh my God. Kane! I grab Grace's hand. Kane grabs mine.
We're right here. My light was on the whole time.
Oh my
Right
God.
We couldn't
here.
see you.
We couldn't see you the minute
couldn't
you went
even hear
down.
you.
I thought you turned your lights off.
No, we're right here. The
What is-
basement isn't that big.
Turn and turn my light towards the stairs. Can we see the stairs?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. it's-
You could see us, but we couldn't see you from there.
The minute you went, it was like,
Okay.
Okay.
You hear this sound moving on concrete as if a large metal ball is rolling, coming from directly behind you. As you turn and your lights hit the spherical objects inside the wall, you see 4 of them, 3 in a diagonal, 1 level with the bottom one. As you see those spherical objects looking directly into you, they're deep, black, almost marble, as they reflect your light back at you.
Yeah, I don't know what this design aspect is and why it would be in this basement. but
Design, it looks like they're looking right at us.
Be careful,
this
Tommy.
is probably
Moving.
part of the design for it. Maybe
Do you touch it?
it's moving. I want to touch it.
Can you roll for
What
me?
is that? Oh. No ones, no sixes.
Wow.
No ones, no sixes.
As you reach out your hand and place it on this black marble-like substance,
What?
it goes to blink, and you feel this cold rubber slide itself over your fingers as your hand gets completely engulfed into darkness. The 3 of you, she disappears.
Tommy? What just happened to Tommy?
Tommy.
Tommy.
What just happened? She just disappeared right in front of us.
Wait.
In front of you, there are no longer spheres on the wall. Tommy is no longer there. Tommy, you're in an all-white space. You see nothing around you but pure white.
Is the flashlight still in my hand?
Yes. It's bright and connected.
Who are
Hello? Grace?
you? Are
Dad? Tandy? Kane, hello?
who are you? Answer me.
Who's that? I'm Tommy.
What is your bloodline?
What?
What is your bloodline?
Bloodline? I don't even know my blood type. What's happening? Where am I? What is going on?
I know you.
What?
I know your father.
Dad. What did he do? What did he fucking do?
It's what I need you to do. Bring them.
Who?
Your bloodline.
not gonna do anything with my family. I don't even know what's going on, or who you are, or where I am, or if this is a hallucination or a dream, but I would never put them in harm's way.
You will.
The white room disappears. You're standing at the top of the stairs, above the cellar.
Grace, Kane, Tandy, are you in there?
You hear a banging from down. You hear a banging from upstairs in the house.
I push over the
Do you-
any
do
chairs
you-
that are in
do
the.
You, do you leave the area you were in before?
Yeah,
so
I
you,
go-
You
I
make your way across.
Yeah, I push whatever's in my way out of the way, screaming, "Tommy!"
As you
Tandy!
turn and start to run, you push all the other chairs out of the way. As you do this, you're still standing, the two of you. You notice two more spherical shapes appear with the rest of the four that were there before. Now in a rising diagonal, 6 eyes blinking, moving, and tracking your stepmother as she makes her way back towards the stairwell.
Do not touch that, Gracie.
Can you tell me
Tommy!
you see that too?
Is that you, Tommy?
Tandy! I'm trying to scrape open the... I'm gonna run to the kitchen and get another knife.
Hold on.
Okay.
Your chapter's over.
Oh,
You'll do what I say you do.
okay.
You open the door to the cellar. As you step inside and look over her shoulder, you notice immediately there's things on the wall. Posters, objects, your objects. The house, as you lift your head up and through, looking on into the main family room. The furniture is laid out. The walls are filled, pictures on the mantle. The entire house has been unpacked
What the heck?
and placed just as you would have placed it, though you have no memory of it.
This is.
And we will end the chapter right there. Now, I do not believe there have been any truths to add to your experience. I know we have a lot of people in the chat who are new viewers who are tuning in and asking a lot of questions, so I will tell you this is a horror RPG. It is 100% improv. We react to the decisions the characters are making, as well as what you in the chat add through truths. These truths at the end of each chapter define the things that these characters know as they move forward. If you would like to interact or help support the show and allow us to keep doing this kind of content, you can go to tincandles.straylogic.com, or of course you can subscribe to Hyper RPG, and that helps us continue making this awesome content. So, since there are no truths, we will pick up where we left off. A candle must go out. I suggest the one that's broken. And a new chapter begins as we begin chapter 4. You two have made your way upstairs. You see that the house is fully furnished. As you walk out of the stairwell, the cellar door closes behind you.
Tommy hugs Grace.
I hug the both of them and I'm.
I hug everyone too.
What the hell?
What?
What happened?
Where
Where'd you
did you
go?
go?
I touched the thing on the wall. I thought maybe... I don't know. I wanted to know why it was moving, and then I was just in this white space, and there was nothing, and then there was a voice that was talking to me, and he said that I had to bring my bloodline to him.
What?
He mentioned Dad. I think Dad was into some bad shit that he wasn't telling us about.
Wait, you were where?
I don't even know. I couldn't describe it. It was just nothing. It was nothing. It was nowhere.
There has to be an
And there was a
explanation for
voice
Yeah.
that
this. There has to be
Something
an
about
After
our
you tou-
bloodline.
I don't understand.
after you touched that sphere, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then I was upstairs. And you guys
no,
were still.
nobody go down to the basement for now.
Mm-mm.
What happened up here? We didn't move
I
this
don't know.
furniture.
No.
How
Yeah,
long
yeah.
were we down
The
there?
movers didn't do it.
Well, we were down there for what? 5 minutes, and
At the most 15. There's no way that maybe Mallory or Briar.
Yeah, where
or-
did Mallory go? He left us to go in this basement and then just ditched.
Well, he went to see his daughter.
I think he has some more
Gemma.
explaining to do. We didn't learn anything down
I
there.
think so
I
too.
can't believe that all of this furniture has been laid out. Maybe it was the movers. Maybe
The movers aren't going to come back.
Kane, do you remember all those time traveling movies you tried to show me when I was younger?
Sure.
I think something like that. It's happening now, but not good. Like not in a fun, entertaining
Time
way.
traveling?
Like
Tommy,
I mean,
Okay.
sit down. Look,
Those are movies.
I'm gonna get you a glass of water. I'm gonna
Okay,
get you, I go to
that's
kitchen, get a
fiction.
glass of water.
That's fiction, Tommy.
But
Movies.
it's happening to us now.
There is an explanation for everything. There is.
Okay, explain it.
I'm not saying that I have all the answers. I'm saying that there is an answer, and we're just really frazzled right now, and we're not
You're right.
realizing
you're right, you're
what's
right.
right in front of our faces.
Okay, you're right.
You check your phones instinctively after the mention of time travel and notice only 20 minutes have passed.
Okay.
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 All right. That's about right.
so I guess
20
we
minutes
unpacked the
and
furniture
Okay,
and
so
forgot we
that's
did
about
it.
right.
Yeah.
But this isn't right.
This
Because
is
in that 20
impossible.
minutes, exactly. Thank you.
I think
Can I just put it out there for a vote that maybe we don't fucking live here? Maybe we just go.
Language.
Tandy,
Now's not the time.
can we just go stay in a motel or something?
That's not the worst idea.
You know what? That's let's okay. I'll go to the garage and I'll start prepping
Thank
the
you.
car. Grab an overnight bag and
Okay.
we'll go somewhere and we'll figure this out.
Yes.
Because
Your
it can be
gara-
figured out.
Your car is not in the garage. It is still outside in the driveway where it was unable to start last time you checked.
I will go and check the car out in the driveway. I'm sure maybe you just have to knock the filter or something. Who knows?
I'll stop.
So-
We'll start packing, and I'll pack something. I'll begin. Fuck. Let's just go and pack.
Language, Kane.
As you three make your way upstairs to grab your things, you notice as you walk up the stairs, all of the pictures have been unpacked and placed along the wall as you move up. As you turn the corner, all 3 doors to the rooms are open, and each room is placed perfectly clean, mind you. All of your things are out, stacked, and put away in a way you yourself would have arranged them. As you make your way outside to go check the car,
Put on my outside mask.
as you step out, there's a deep fog, as it's now morning of a new day. Deep fog, as you're unable to see even 50 feet in front of you.
So I have my flashlight from the cellar.
Doesn't really help, as this fog is thick and gray. As you start walking and moving your way out towards the car,
Follow the walkway that's connected to the driveway.
okay, you keep walking out the driveway. There's no car.
It shouldn't be this far. I keep on walking down the driveway. Maybe I parked a little further than I thought I did. I walk down the driveway towards where the road would be.
As you get closer, you notice a murder of crows sitting at the edge of the driveway, about 10 feet in front of you as they come upon you quickly in the fog, as you hear them cawing before you can see them.
No. No.
There is no car.
I know that I parked it here. God. I hate crows. I hate them. I walk back up the driveway closer to the garage. Maybe it's parked closer to the house and I just didn't see it.
You start making your way back towards the house, as you can't see it in the fog, and you start moving that direction. You somehow find yourself standing at the edge of the pond. the edge of the water.
This is the wrong way.
You start to see some movement in the pond
Sorry.
as things are moving underneath the surface of the water. But you can't see too far out into it.
I shine my light on the pond.
It's daylight. It's just fog. It's not going to cut through it.
Turn it off. I pick up a rock and I toss it into the pond.
The movement stops.
I turn around to go back to the house. I went too far.
You tried to. Can you roll for me?
Oh, okay.
It's 1, 6, 2 ones.
Yeah, there are 2 1s. I'm going to...
You have 6 hope available.
I think I want to save it for when we really need it. I'm going to burn something. I will burn my my virtue, plain spoken.
Okay. As you lose that little part of yourself,
Use the hope. Use 1 hope.
And I'll use 1 hope.
6.
So I had 2 6s.
okay? You turn and make your way back towards the house, walking through the black grass that crunches underneath your feet.
Hey, I obviously just walked too far. There wasn't anything in the pond because nothing could live in there. That is ridiculous. You have a hold of everything because you live in reality, and that's what reality is. Real. That wasn't real. You are real. You are fine. There probably weren't even any crows because you know that.
As you're talking to yourself and moving back up, you hear the sound of movement in the water, the splash of the water behind you. You don't turn to look at it.
You didn't hear anything.
You just start moving forward as you've made your way towards the back of the house. You all are upstairs, each of you individually in your rooms.
I'll
Yes,
say that
Kane,
we've
what are
already
you?
packed.
No. You won't get to say that.
All right.
I'll say, what are you doing in your room right now, Kane?
Well, I want to check on the girls. I feel like I would have packed, especially fast because I did want to check up on the girls.
No, not yet.
All right, fine.
You're in your room. What are you doing?
I'm packing, but I'm also seeing something about the photos. I'm taking a moment to see the family again, the old family photos, and
You notice a drawing on the wall. This drawing, it's of 2 parents, as they're kind of marked out in red, and of a small boy. It seems like something drawn by that of a 3 or 4-year-old. And at the bottom, you notice signed Kane.
go up to it and I take it off the wall to get a better look at it.
It's very clearly something you drew at a very young age.
I don't remember this. And what does the red mean?
You turn, as you have it in your hand, and sitting on your bed is your mother, that you never met, that you never spoke to. She sits wearing a dress from an old photo your dad had, as she pats the bed, ushering you to come over.
Mom?
It's okay.
You're my mom. You're Ashley. Mom. I walk towards her.
As you get close, you start to feel this warmth coming off of her body. This warmth that starts to fill you. Feel the heat as it hits the front of your body as you move closer towards her. and you feel compelled to keep moving in as she reaches out her arm, ushering for you to place your head on her shoulder.
Put my head on her shoulder.
It's okay.
Oh,
I forgive you. For killing me. And your brother. Did your father ever tell you the story of why he named you Cain?
no.
It's because you killed your brother inside my womb. You ate him.
Sorry.
As you continued to claw apart my insides. You
Sorry.
just couldn't wait to come out into the world, could you?
I'm sorry. Sorry, Mom.
He thought bringing you here would help. That maybe the Great One could cure you of your curse. But you just brought it back with you, didn't you? And now everyone else close to you is gonna die too, and it's gonna be all your fault.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
Oh, but you already did. You already did, Kate.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're laying on the bed, hugging the pillow, curled up in a ball, talking to yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Tommy, what are you doing in your room?
I have a backpack, and I'm putting my most precious possessions and useful items in it. And I'm about to head out my bedroom and check on Grace.
What things of yours do you see around the room? What memories you tried to forget about?
All of the items that my father had gifted me are out on the shelves. And all of my memories of him and I spending one-on-one time together and us sharing heart-to-hearts comes flooding back. It's incredibly painful for Tommy because obviously her father killed himself and they were very close, and she's not been dealing with it. She's been shoving it away and trying to take care of her younger sister and put all of her focus on that. She's not dealing with the pain. It's incredibly painful for her to look around and see these pictures with her father, a toy he got her, and he gave her a bookmark for a picture of the Grand Canyon. He was going to take her to the Grand Canyon at some point, and that's a trip that never happened.
I need you to pick up the note in the center of your bed that you just noticed was there. Can you hand her that envelope that says "Do not open"?
No.
It's just sitting in the middle of your bed. It's up to you on whether or not you share.
What is... Tandy, I'm so sorry. I could not be helped. I have nothing left. I can no longer live with my sins. Curse me for being born in that good, godforsaken town. The heart ended Ashley. The eyes ended Alyssa. I fear I will end you and the children. It takes. It will call you. I'm so sorry. It will call the kids. Stay away from Call. Call up Milton, Price Place, the base, Mount Nebo, Salt Lake, any place the devil calls home. I tried to stop it, but too late. Mallory knows. Or knew. I still see him. Could be those goddamn... Shit, it's scratched out. I hope it stops taking. I hope, pray this works. Or I guess it will all be for nothing. With love. What? It's Dad. What is this symbol? I've never seen anything like this. Tandy? Kane? Grace?
Since
Guys?
this- I'm going to say only you hear her call. As you've come in from the back of the house, you hear her upstairs yelling for you.
I'm heading towards my room anyway. Tommy?
Tandy!
Yes, I'm coming up to pack my bag.
Tandy, I just found something in my room.
I go up the stairs.
Yeah,
and
you
stop
notice
myself.
as you walk up all the pictures along the wall, all of them, for some reason, upside down.
What? God. I try to correct one of them. A
Okay.
wedding photo of myself and Wally.
Okay, you do correct that photo as you put it back up right side.
Some sick joke.
Tandy?
You
Yeah.
hear her calling from her room as you come around the corner. She's sitting on the edge of the bed, holding a note in her hands.
Yes, Tommy, what
I
is
think
it?
I think this was for you. I just found it on my bed.
I take the note and read it.
What
are-
was Dad doing?
What are you trying to do here, Tommy?
What?
What are you trying to do here?
I'm
Do you
not-
think this is funny?
No!
Do you understand what I go through with this? How much of myself that I put into this family to just try to make it a family? And what is this?
I just found it! It was in my room! I didn't do anything!
Oh, you just found it.
Yes!
This looks like a suicide note. And this isn't funny. This isn't funny. This isn't cool. This is cruel.
I didn't do it! I
Tommy,
didn't do it!
I can't with
no
you.
one's even asked me how I'm doing!
Kane, can you go and see Tommy? I go into my master bedroom and shut the door.
You don't hear it. You go into the master bedroom
Shut
and
the
shut
door.
the door. As you're left sitting on the edge of your bed, sobbing. Grace. In your room, why don't you tell me about the wonderful things that have decorated it?
There's lots of pictures of me with my mother and my father when I was very young, and my sister, just a year older than me. Family vacations from when we were little. I'm assuming this is the room I originally picked,
Yes.
so this would be where the closet had that opening.
hmm
So I'm looking around at all the things and I check in the closet to see if it's full.
The closet is full with all your clothes, your shoes, all the items from your past home, neatly decorating your room exactly as it was before.
I notice that it's decorated the way that my mother did it for me.
Okay. How old were you when she decorated it for you?
About 6 years old.
What do you remember of your mother? As you look around the room.
I have some memories of she would make breakfast for us. Chocolate chip pancakes were my favorite. I was very little, so she'd play games with me. Hide and seek was one of our favorites, although has become one that I don't enjoy.
I wonder why.
We played a lot of things together, me being the youngest and my older siblings kind of ganging up on me, being the baby.
hmm
So I spent a lot of time with her.
You notice a small mirror on your nightstand next to your bed. It's a mirror your mother gave you, your first mother, your birth mother. It has your name on the bottom of it. There's like a white piece of tape where you scribbled your name with marker. As you pick it up, you look at yourself. You all of a sudden are unable to move. As your body is overwhelmed with paralysis, you tell your arms to move,
Come on, move.
but they don't.
I can't move my legs either.
You will anything to move, but you can't.
I can't move, I can't move.
As
I
the
can't
you
walk.
in the mirror begins to become almost like a foreign object, disconnected from your own body, as it looks still right back at you.
What is happening?
As you're looking deep, deep into yourself, unable to look away. you start to notice, even though you're unable to move your eyes to focus on it, as your eyes are locked on your own, at the bottom corner of your vision, you see in the mirror almost something that looks like a black line starting to move its way up your face.
What is happening?
As you then see another black line on the other side of your face.
I can't move.
As you then begin to see that those are clearly legs, as it's pulling itself out from inside your mouth, as 6 more legs start to one at a time reach themselves out of your mouth one at a time, as its deep black body inside of your mouth starts to move closer and closer to the surface, as one of those lines taps on your eye, you realize that it's not just in the reflection. As it closes your eye and begins moving itself further up your face. Can you roll for me?
Oh, God.
Oh,
2 1s, no 6s.
You have 5 hope available.
Use the hope.
I'm gonna use 2 hope. No 1s, no 6s.
Oh, no.
There's a 6. Is that a 6?
oh, phew.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice it. There was 1 6.
wow.
Woo! It was hiding.
Jesus.
Oh, my little heart.
Within that moment, you let out a scream and drop the mirror. As you start touching your face, there's nothing there.
Can I call out for Tommy now?
Sure.
Tommy?
You don't hear her.
I
You
noticed
notice on the edge of the bed a doll.
Oh, not you again.
It's sitting up, strangely, almost human-like, but in a very awkward way where it's just leaning enough to not have any life in it. It's wearing a dress that's an off-white stain, very old. That dress has a jewel in the center of it, right around the top of its neck. Its sleeves are long. Its skin of its face is pure white, with black surrounding its eye sockets, with no eyes, as its hair is this long, blonde, ratted hair that pulls over to one side and down as it just sits motionless on the edge of your bed.
I go to pick up the doll. I want to take the jewel out from it.
Oh, okay. Can you roll? As you make your way to the edge of the bed slowly, almost checking on every step to see if it moves, it remains motionless, just sitting on the edge of the bed.
2 1s, 1 6.
You have 3 hope available.
Do you have anything to burn?
Did
She's
you
burned it. Oh no, she's got a hope.
I
By
have
the
my
way,
hope.
did you remember to... Oh no, you're fine, you're fine. Yes, you do have... You have 3 hope available from the chat.
Okay. And I have my hope, but I can't really tie it.
You
in.
have to use your hope before the roll.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
okay, so I
that's
can't even-
So
Yeah.
she has to use
So
Okay, I
maybe
have to
maybe
use-
next roll,
Yeah.
get your hope in there.
I have to use 2 hope then.
Go ahead and use those, yeah.
Okay.
1 1.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Lose a dice.
Use it.
No, there's 1.
You have 2
Or
hope.
use 1 hope.
2 hope, 2 hope.
Oh, okay. I'll use the last hope.
Yeah, sure.
Or 1 of
Thanks, chat.
Thank you.
1 6, no 1s.
Okay. You pick up
Thank
the
you,
doll, and when you hold it in your hands, it has a weight to it. An unnatural weight for that of a doll. As it feels solid as you pick it up and its head moves back and forward. Its deep, socketless eyes looking into you. You reach down to pick up the jewel, and as you remove it and pick it off, the jewel begins to change color as the jewel starts to just move in your hands and starts shaking.
I dropped the doll.
As it hits the ground, you can hear it on the wooden floor rattling, almost as if wood rattling on wood, moving around as it starts to shake as it moves around the floor. and makes its way towards the closet as it's kind of rattling at the closet door and just banging its head against the closet door as it's shaking very quickly, as it just keeps shaking and shaking, making this loud noise that starts getting louder and louder and louder as it's banging against the wooden door.
I open the closet door to let it in.
When you open the closet door, it stops.
Well, you're gonna start running now?
And a smell, a musky smell of mold and dust, hits your nose
I don't have my mask.
as you start to hear a low rumble coming from the hole in the back of the closet down towards the basement.
I have to go down in the basement again.
Grace.
Hello?
I made your room.
Who is that?
Grace. You want to talk to me, Grace?
I want to know who you are.
You know who I am, Grace.
What do you want?
I want you. I want your family.
Well, you can't have us. We're getting out of this house now.
No,
No.
no. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No.
I shut the closet door.
No.
And I
As-
try and run out of the room.
As you run over to the door and you go to touch it, it's locked from the outside as you start shaking the handle.
Come on, come on.
And you start to hear this sound of claws moving their way up, the sound of wood moving and scraping. Moving up from the inside of the wall, making its way towards you further and further. I'm going to check in really quick with you in your room.
Tandy has the possible authentic to her suicide note crumpled in her hand. She's in the fetal position, sobbing hysterically on her bed.
You recognize the handwriting. As much as you tried to place this blame on Tommy, it's very clear to you.
Wally. Why? God. I can't do this. I can't do this. Why would you do this? You had everything left. You had me. You had your kids. She pulls the bone-handled dagger that she found before. She pulls it from
Okay.
under her pillow.
You pull it out and you notice it's covered in dried blood that wasn't there before.
One of the kids must have grabbed this. How did they
You
know
hear a
this?
sound coming from the bathroom. It's a muffled sound, rumbling. Almost like the sound of something pulled tight, like a balloon, with something moving from the inside of it, like dragging across.
She wipes her face really quick, tries to compose herself, and what is
As
with
you,
the dagger in hand? She says.
you turn and look towards the tub. As the door to the bathroom is open,
She
You
walks
see-
towards it.
before you even walk towards it, you do notice something rather strange about this clawfoot tub on the other side of the room. It's covered. You can tell from the light where you're currently sitting that something's covering the top of the tub and is tied off around the lip on the edge of the tub with red string all the way around. From this angle, you can't really see what it is.
Is there some kind of dust cover on the tub? I didn't put that there. I don't think.
As you stand, knife in hand, and start moving towards the bathroom. Do you turn on the light?
Yes.
Okay. As the light comes on, you immediately recognize that that cover is flesh. It's a white, stained flesh, bruised purple, all the way around where it's sewn into the curves of the tub. As you see the imprint of a face moving itself up through the flesh as it starts sliding along, and you hear the sound of it moving across the top as it starts to turn and look within a hand pushing up through it, creating the imprint of the hand as it rises, and then another hand as it starts to move from inside the flesh-covered tub.
Tandy springs forward with the dagger in hand to pierce the top of the...
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that. Would you like to use your hope?
Yes.
Okay, so your hope is activated if and only if you succeed this roll. And if you succeed, you get to add your hope die to the rest of your rolls for the night. But your choice to extinguish your hope remains. Go.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so 2 6s. 1 1. Do we have any hope?
You have 2 hope available.
I'm gonna use one of those. 3 6s.
Tell me what happens.
As the flint dagger with the bone handle pierces the top of the flesh-colored covering, a whoosh of red dust like pillars out of the tub into Tandy's face. She doesn't have a mask on because she was inside. So that floats up and it goes to the ceiling and it kind of pillows, kind of like a fire does, this red dust sticking to the ceiling, and then it disappears.
It's almost like a gelatinous movement as it's like waves on the ceiling as it flows up and down and all around as it sucks itself through the vent of the ceiling. Sitting before you in the tub, the flesh is gone, but a body remains. This body is gripping a shotgun in its hands, wearing a lab coat as blood is splattered against the back wall. You travel the length of the shotgun up, afraid of what you're going to see, knowing what you're going to see.
No.
As you get to
No.
the chin, you
No.
recognize the stubble that he had that day when he left for work.
Wally. No.
As you get to his teeth, you recognize where his smile used to be. As you keep following up to his nose, you come to a ridge of bone and blood and an empty hole of what used to be his skull, as one eye kind of hangs out of the front socket of his face, down around the bottom of his nose, as that eye turns and looks to you. And the body begins to rise as the hands kind of reach up to the center of the tub, gripping the side, putting weight down as it lifts up, moving itself up. As it does, and its head moves forward, the eye kind of like falls forward and starts rotating up, down, swinging in the air as the body lifts up.
Tandy reflexively goes back against the wall, about as far away as she can get from this.
It brings one leg slowly up out of the tub as the blood's dripping off the white lab coat onto the floor, soaked. As the foot hits,
No.
you notice that he's barefoot as the sound of his foot
Wally,
squishes into the water. As the shotgun in hand starts to raise, pointing directly towards you.
Tandy grabs the shotgun.
As you pull the shotgun kind of up and away, a shot rings out that echoes in your ears. All of you hear this shot coming from the master bedroom. What do?
Run out.
Yeah, run out
to
and,
the
and
master
try
bedroom.
to. Yeah.
Yes.
All three of you come out of your room, see each other in
Grace
the
came.
center hallway in that moment as you kind of turn and make your way into the room. As you go towards the bathroom, it's locked.
No!
I try to kick it open. I try to kick that door open.
Can you roll for me?
And I choose to throw my hope into it. Let's go! I need this. Oh yes, 1-6. So 1-6, 2 1s. Do we have any? Oh, I'm just gonna burn something.
Oh, you gotta roll that too.
No, you don't get to roll that yet.
Oh,
That's on
really?
your next roll.
Oh, okay.
But
I've
you
got-
do have your hope.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Well, how many hope do we have? Actually,
You have 1.
Yeah, I'll choose to burn my virtue, which is.
I'm not going to let you because you just burned your hope, and I'm not going to let you chain them together like
Okay.
that.
Okay, fair enough. We lose two dice.
You have 1 hope available from the chat.
Use
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah. Sorry, I'll use that.
Use it,
Thank you.
okay.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, chat.
Thank you, chat.
It was we just lose the 1 die, and it was 1-6, and I get my hope die now.
Okay. You kick open the door. As you do, you see her body going flying towards the tub as the shotgun kind of like shoots off again into the wall as her body hits the tub, and you kind of hit and slide and now see the 3 children looking at you. All you 3 see is her holding a gun.
Pendy!
What are you doing?
You see him. You see him.
I got you, Pendy.
You see
I run over
Wally.
and try and take the gun out of her hands.
Yeah.
I don't let it go.
You don't let it go?
I do not.
Do you want to roll for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna add my hope to it.
Good.
I will find hope when I assume the role of protector of my siblings. I'm gonna try and get that gun out of Tandy's hand. That is 2 6s and 1 1.
You have no hope available.
Okay, that is gone. Okay, 5 dice.
Do I also roll?
No. She gets the gun.
Tandy, what's wrong?
Doing
Tandy,
with that?
why do you have a gun?
Wally.
We.
Wally was in the tub. It's true.
Dad?
Everything's true. All of it's true. And he killed himself. He killed himself, and I couldn't stop him. I couldn't stop him.
Come here, I hold it.
I'm sorry.
I hold it.
Kane.
We need to get out because I'm seeing things too. I saw my mom.
Your mom?
Yeah, my birth mom. We need to get out. Come on, let's get in the car right
Get
now.
out of
Grab-
here.
Let's
Get
just
out.
get in the car. We don't get
Forget
anything.
everything.
There
Let's
is
go
no
in the car.
car.
What?
There is no car.
Where's the
I
car?
don't know where the car is. This is not.
The car's gone.
I go to
It's
look out the
not
window.
here.
You see only fog.
What the fuck?
Tommy?
Yeah. It's just fog out there. There's nothing. I can't see anything.
Do you think we can walk anywhere?
Okay.
I'm willing to try.
Wait.
I want to get out of this house.
He killed himself.
Okay.
He killed himself because he felt there was nothing left. I wasn't enough.
Tandy,
Tandy,
don't
Tandy,
say
I
Tandy,
that.
wasn't
it's-
enough.
Listen, Tandy.
Dad made a horrible decision. It's not your fault. You can't blame you. You can't do that.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay. Are you okay, Tandy? Tandy, are you okay? Are you with us?
No,
Tandy-
I'm not okay.
Okay. Fine then.
I just. Yeah.
Tommy reaches out and just grabs Tandy's hand and holds it.
Okay, I grabbed them too.
Let's get the fuck out of here, guys.
As the 3 of you are holding hands and you look over at Grace as she touches yours, you notice she's now wearing a necklace that you've never seen before. It's a necklace with a red jewel that's a circle. It's just a circle jewel that you've never seen her wearing before.
Grace, where did you get that?
What?
That necklace.
This. It was a jewel in the doll that was in my room, but I didn't put it on.
Take it off. Take it off.
I tried to take it off.
As you go to touch the back of it, it burns your hand as you hear it.
What?
As
Oh my god.
It burned.
Kane,
I can't
take
get
the
it
gun.
off.
Sorry.
I hand the shotgun to Kane. What just happened?
Tandy
Can you
takes
take it
the
off then?
shotgun from Kane.
Oh my god. I
You're
Kane,
not-
look to your sister.
I
and
grab
get
it
it off.
and I try to just use my full strength to rip it.
you grab her and you go to pull on it and you pull her entire, like, you pull her whole head down as it's just Like,
Whoa,
Jesus,
whoa.
that's crazy. I'm sorry. It's not coming. It's not breaking.
I can't get it off.
hold. The three of you, as you lift up, notice Tandy's no longer in the room, and the gun is no longer in the room either.
Kane,
Did Tandy?
where's the gun?
Did you give her the gun?
She took it when I was trying to.
Where
break
is
the
she?
nickel. Tandy.
She's gone nuts and she's somewhere in this house with a
Okay.
gun.
We're staying together. But
Tandy has a
we
freaking
need to
gun.
find.
She has a gun.
Where do you
I don't
think
think
she
she's
would've
gonna
gone?
hurt.
Tandy, can you roll for me?
With my hope die.
Okay. Nice, I got my hope too. Oh, 3 ones.
Do we have any hope in the...
You have 1 hope available.
But hang on, do you have
All
something
right.
to burn?
I've got only one last thing I can burn.
3, yeah.
Yeah. Do it. Wow. I'm burning my deceitful.
That's a good time to use
Yeah,
it.
it is.
Exactly. When she said that, I was like, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Wow. So there's 1 hope
Yeah.
left.
Yes.
It was 1-1.
1 hope
Come
available.
on.
Come on,
Well,
6,
this is going to be a 6.
please.
Does anyone have their...
No?
We can't.
no, I'm saying... Because we could lend our brink, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was a 1.
Which we know.
Let me get my hope die back though.
lose. We have 4 dice remaining.
Well,
No, well,
we're
No.
actually
I
at
ended.
Matt's
I
end,
ended the
so-
chapter.
Oh, right.
so-
As you look around the room, you see no sign of Tandy, no sign of the gun. But you do now notice on the floor footprints and blood of very large feet leading their way out of the room. As you follow them, they stop at the stairwell, and you notice a smell coming below the stairwell.
Oh.
We're going to end that chapter right there as a candle goes out and you edge closer and closer to darkness. We have some truths that will define the next chapter of play.
This is going to be very interesting.
I'd like to remind everyone that truths help define what you feel, what you discover. And someone can take over as the GM in a moment to literally say exactly what could be happening in that moment. You can also send them hope. All of these things are available at tincandles.straylogic.com, and your support helps us continue this show. So, shall we see what the chat room has in store for you?
Indeed.
Can't wait.
Feeling. Tommy feels lost. Logically, she knows where she is. It doesn't seem real. Did something get through your mask? That pure white room can't have been real. But is this real? Maybe you just need to wake up. Maybe you're dreaming or hallucinating. Discovery. In the unpacked house, Tommy, you find a staple of tomboys everywhere. You also find your trusty slingshot and 3 steel ball bearings.
Very nice.
Grace makes a discovery. In your unpacked ration, sitting in your bed is a toy that you haven't seen since you were 4. A stuffed rabbit that you named Rabbity. This toy gives you a nostalgic feeling, one of peace and happiness. You're compelled to carry it with you. I'm going to say it's in your back pocket right now. And I'm also going to say that you speak to it just like you do when you were a small child. Feeling. Tommy keeps feeling like someone or something is watching your every move. Feeling. As Cain reflects on the idea of killing his brother in the womb, you start to wonder if you're a monster. What other horrible things have you done that you do not know about? Thank you, chat room, for all the wonderful truths,
Yeah, thanks.
the hope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Are you all ready to begin the next chapter?
Yeah.
Always.
6 candles remain as we begin chapter 5. Tandy, you're standing in an all-white space, shotgun in hand. You seem to be looking for someone, your husband perhaps.
Wally? Hello? Hello?
Wally's not here.
Who is that?
Wally hasn't been here for a long time.
Who are
I
you?
miss our visits. Wally and I. Wally and us. Do you miss Wally too?
Yes.
I could bring him back to you, you know.
How? You could? What? Please? Please do.
Were you not happy to see him upstairs?
No! What was that?
Is that not how you left him?
The Wally I know is the one that would,
The Wally you know was a pussy that couldn't deal with the fact that he had a job to do.
Okay, who the fuck are you? My name is Dr. Tandy Baines. And you sound like an asshole with an inferiority complex.
You will be great for this mission. Wally was weak where you are strong.
What do you want from me?
Everything. I will take. I will feed. As it is what I need.
I don't hear any upside to this for me or my children.
There isn't one.
Then let me the fuck out.
You notice the gun moves to your mouth.
There's many dark things inside your mind. Maybe I'll just eat that first. You'll do all the work for me.
I'm not doing anything for you. Stop.
You all have made your way downstairs as you see the cellar door open in front of you.
Did you leave that open?
No, I don't even remember how we left it. Tandy! We gotta... Oh, God. Did she go back down there?
I don't want to go back
You
down
notice footsteps start again on the stairs of bare feet, blood making their way down the stairwell.
Is it the size of a woman or...
Large feet.
I go back into the kitchen and grab a knife. And the flashlight that was left on the kitchen counter from when we came back up.
Okay.
That doesn't sound like Tandy down there.
Tandy!
You hear the sound of movement in the water. You remember the water to only be 3 inches deep, but now it's moved its way halfway up the stairwell.
Oh,
It's
God.
flooding.
That must be the water from the lake.
Oh my god.
Tandy's down there. I can hear her.
She has a gun. You can't go down there with a
Well,
knife.
she's not gonna hurt us, okay?
What if it's not Tandy?
Who else would it be?
What else do you mean?
Mallory? Briar?
I don't know. I feel like there's more than just creepy dudes. I was worried about creepy dudes in this house, but I think that there's something else going on here.
There's a lot more going on. There's creepy dolls.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. And creepy.
Your mom.
Yep. I need to go down there. Okay. If Tandy's down there, I need to find her. I'm gonna go down.
I can't let you
You
go
got-
down there alone. She has a gun.
Yeah.
I don't want you guys coming with me. I really don't. Okay. Can you stay with Gracie? Okay. You stay with Gracie. I'm gonna go down and see if I can get Tandy. All
Be
right.
careful.
Thank you. Use my flashlight.
As you start shining your light on the water and your toes touch the water, you hear the sound of a splash coming from the other side of the basement, as if something was putting itself into the water. As the sound disappears.
Do you see anything down there?
No, but I hear something.
Does it sound like Tandy?
Tandy! She might be past that fog area where we can hear her before.
We can't let you go past there. We won't be able to see you either.
I mean, please don't go in.
You go a little deeper.
I'm going in.
You shine the light over to your left, and you see ripples in the water. And you start to hear just the sound of a lone drip.
I make my way to the fog area where she could be.
Can you roll for me?
I would love to.
Ooh,
Oh, I got a 6 on my hope
yeah.
die and
Oh,
no
wow.
ones. Take
boy.
that.
Please take it, Jack. Please.
As you start to step forward, in that moment, you hear a knock on the door, the two of you. You do not.
Was that the front door?
Do you think it was the pizza?
I don't think it's the
I
pizza.
don't think it's the fucking pizza.
It could be Mallory. He could be here to help us.
Oh my god, let's go. We're gonna run to the front door and try to look through the peephole.
You see Jerry, the mover, as he's got his truck parked
It's the
just a little
mover.
bit further out.
Here's the movers. The movers put the stuff in the house.
I opened the door.
Is your mother around?
I think we need some help.
Are you?
Something's going on. The basement's flooding. We think our stepmom's trapped down there. Can you help us get her out?
His eyes shift towards Grace, to the red orb around her necklace.
What are you staring at?
Don't look at her. Don't look at her like that.
Hey, were you here earlier? Did you put all our stuff in here?
He grabs you by the throat
Hey!
and starts
Hey!
to lift you off the
Tommy!
ground.
I'm bashing his arms on the elbow to make him drop his grip on her.
So you start doing
Let
that.
go!
Go ahead and roll.
Oh my gosh.
Can you put hope in there?
I can, I've already.
Nice.
That is 1 6 and 2 1s.
You have 3 hope.
Yes, thank you, chat.
I'm gonna save Grace. I'm gonna use it. Oh, I need to roll
Do you
one
do you have
more.
anything to burn?
How
Is there
many?
anything-
Just for a one
How many
roll.
hope did you just re-roll?
2.
2. You have 1 more
I
available.
think I need to use that.
Yeah.
Have
well,
you burned anything?
Well, there's only one die.
It's
There's no
just
point
one.
burning it now. Just roll it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's a 4. Okay.
Ah.
1 6,
Okay.
no ones.
You start slamming into his arm
Get off her!
as he drops back, and he goes and he punches you in the face, dropping her as it hits you in the eye, and you start to stumble back. as he then rears back up, never making eye contact with you, as he's fixated on the orb around your neck, as he begins walking forward as you start backing into the house and moving away. In the basement. Now you succeeded your roll. As you take a step forward, you hear the sound of movement again coming from behind you. Before you turn, you stop for a moment as the sound stops, and you move just a hair, and you feel and hear the sound once again. And then within one action, you hear this splash kind of sound as you turn quickly and duck, as your light hits, as this creature flies over you and jumps kind of out of the water towards you. This creature is this long, snake-like creature. Its jaws open up from 4 articulating points with its fangs kind of out towards you with 2 small eyes on the front of it. Its texture is not that of a snake, more like a fish, shining, glimmering as your light hits it, as it lands on the opposing side of you, making a giant splash, and you see it start to turn and move again in the water on the opposite side.
How close am I to the fog area where I think Tandy went? Am I closer to that, or am I closer to the stairs? Have I gone in further enough that I could...
Are you going to try to run your way over there?
Yeah, through the fog area, because I still think that Tandy is there, and I want to try to recover her.
Okay. Roll for that.
Yay. Let's go! 5 on the hope die. Yes! 6 and a 1-1. Do we have hope?
You have 2 hope available.
Thank you, Chad. I choose to use 1 hope on the die, and it's a 2. So I've got 1 6 and, 2 6s rather.
Okay. As you start moving quicker through the water and you see it kind of moving around, you go and lunge between the chairs as this large creature's body hits the chairs from the water as they start tumbling around behind you, and you kind of push through the black smoke and you reach out and put your hand on one of the eyes as you're now standing in the white room. And you see Tandy standing next to you.
Tandy.
Do I still have the...
The gun next to your mouth? Yes.
Oh, shit! No, I grab it and I... Sorry, I didn't.
That's okay. I'll let you do that as you kind of push it away from her and grab it away.
Tandy, why did you do that?
It wasn't me. It was the voice. It was the voice.
You're hearing voices?
It was the voice in this room. It was that made me do it. I wasn't going to do it myself.
Who are you?
Kane, how did you get in here?
I
we
went
need
through
to go
the
back.
basement.
Went
How do
through
you
the
get out?
basement?
It's through the cellar door. How do you get out of here?
Okay.
It's just...
Reach around. Reach around.
I hear the voice. Do you hear it? It called out my name.
It called your name? Don't listen to it.
Who are you?
Don't. Kane, don't.
I'm your real father, Kane.
Don't listen to it, whatever you hear. Kane?
It's because of me you live and breathe. You owe me your life, Kane.
Kane.
What do you mean? Who are you?
Your brother and your mother sacrificed their lives for yours. As was my wish.
Your wish?
So you would be here today.
Why? What do you
Do
want?
what needs to be done, Kane. You've always known there's a darkness inside. Deep inside. So nice, so friendly,
so caring for your sisters. Did you know they're afraid of you, Kane? You always stop to wonder why it's always the two of them together, never alone with you. Everyone's scared of you, Kane. They see the darkness inside you.
Kane?
You will do what needs to be done.
And what is that? What do you want?
I'm not strong enough. I won't be for years. But I need to feed, or I will be stuck here. And this fucking wall.
Feed on what?
You, Kane. Lend me your eyes.
I'm sorry, but my sister needs my eyes. I'm here for them and my family.
Tandy grabs for the shotgun.
Lend me your eyes. You'll be fine without them. Just ask Brian.
We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here.
Give me that shotgun.
We need to get out of here.
All right. Just feel behind us. Walk behind. It's probably the way out. Just back away. Kane, don't listen to it. Back. Walk back. Picture the basement. Picture the basement. Walk back.
Picturing the basement.
Walk back.
How bad do you want to get out of there?
Very bad.
Roll.
Oh. Okay, I
Two
got
sixes.
2 6s, 1 1. Any hope?
You have one hope available.
Rolling it.
6.
3 6s. Nice.
That won't be enough for you to decide how you get out of this situation. You begin walking around, hoping that you're actually moving within the space of the real world. And then you understand that this thing has a hold on you through your mind. So you choose to shock yourself out of it as you aim the shotgun down towards your foot.
I know a way out.
As you grab his hand with your left arm and with your right aim the shotgun down at your foot, you pull the trigger. As we cut back to you, as you're walking backwards towards the kitchen, as this man is staring directly towards your necklace and moving forward, you start to recover from getting hit in the eye as you see this large man pushing through.
Get away from her!
What do you do, Grace?
I turn to run out the back door.
Okay. As you turn, running through the kitchen to go out the back door, you see standing in the kitchen is Briarcrow.
Briar, you have to help us.
Get behind me.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be patient and listen as he tilts his head down as the large man's walking forward and forward. As he gets a step away from Briar, he in one swift move pulls from his side a rock you didn't see him holding as it hits the man in the side of the head, as blood immediately shoots out of his skull, cracking his head in two as he falls to the ground slow, first to his knees and then forward as the body relaxes and the pool of blood starts to move out around the floor of the kitchen.
Briar, how did you know what was going on?
I heard gunshots in the woods. I got here as quick as I could.
Tandy
Are
and
you
Kane.
okay?
I'm okay. Tandy,
Tandy
are
and
you
Kane.
okay?
I'm okay, but Tandy and Kane, they're trapped in the basement.
The base... Did you say the basement?
Mallory
Yes.
brought us down there.
God. There's nothing I can do for you now.
What?
What?
What is in that basement? What is going on?
You're all doomed.
What are you talking about?
Just like me. As he takes his glasses off. And you see red orbs kind of shifting and glowing inside his eye sockets. These red orbs, much like the mist of blood that she saw on the ceiling before, has this flow of movement like the ocean moving inside as he looks directly at you.
I run over and put myself between him and Grace.
I don't mean you any harm.
What are you? What is that?
I was just like you once. The visions. I couldn't take it. I wasn't strong enough. I had to make him stop. I took a spoon out of that sink. I made sure I never had to see anything else again.
And what is that in your eye?
It's whatever he put there.
He? Who's he?
Who is he?
He can see you now. I can't. But he can. I don't know who he is. He would speak to me. Promise me things, and I was a fool, you know. I was a thief. A dishonorable man. Nobody ever came in this house. And I needed a place to live, so took it upon myself to move in. And your father found me on the floor, weeping, bleeding. I was also smiling. The vision stopped. It was the only way. We could make him stop for you too.
No.
As he says this, he starts instinctively kind of like using his hands to move over towards the sink as he pulls one of the drawers and starts moving through the drawers. And you hear silverware laddering. He's like, I can help. I know how to help. We can make it stop.
I'm gonna run to the kitchen table, grab a chair, and hit him over the back with it.
Oh, okay, roll for that.
Damn.
Ooh, 2 6s, no 1s.
Nice. Very good.
Tell me what happens.
I smash the chair over the back of him. It makes him fall forward. He hits his head on the sink and he's knocked out, unconscious. And I grab Grace and we run to try and get Tandy and Kane.
Okay, he's now laying on the floor with his body facing up as the blood from the other man's skull is continuing to fill the room all around it. So you grabbed Grace, and where do you go?
Grace, we need to get Tandy and Kane and get the hell out of here.
They went into the basement.
Okay, let's get them.
As you start to run around the corner, you hear a shot coming
the
from the
shotgun?
family room.
Kane!
You hear a loud yell as you run past the stairwell, moving towards the front west family room. You see standing, the shotgun in hand, and blood and a stub of what used to be a foot as she's racing.
Tandy, help!
bracing all of her weight on Kane as you're kind of holding her up as she's bleeding out.
Grab something to wrap her foot in. Grab something to wrap her foot in.
What happened?
I grab.
Get me a belt.
Rip down the curtain.
Get me a belt.
And I take off my belt and I put it around her. Mom, you okay, Mom?
Tandy.
I take the gun and I throw it to the other side of the room.
God,
What happened?
God.
Pull it tighter. Pull it tighter.
Let's get out of here now.
There was a moving truck outside. Do you think we could take it?
Let's take it. Let's go.
I put her hand over my shoulder. I'm over my shoulder. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's get to the truck.
Run to the front door.
You run to the front door, and standing in the doorway is Mallory holding Gemma.
Mallory, what the fuck is going on?
Mallory, Tandy's
As she holds out her arms for you and she's just reaching for you.
Mallory, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Tandy's hurt. Mom's shot her foot.
Mallory!
She's hurt.
What did you do?
She
What an
shot herself in the
accident.
foot when we were in that white room.
Get out of the way. Briar attacked
You
us.
tricked us
Briar
into going
attacked
into the
us.
basement.
I can't let you leave.
Like
What?
hell you can't.
Tandy pulls the dagger that she's kept in her hand.
Okay. I can't let you leave.
Why?
I need medical attention, Mallory.
He looks
Get the
he
hell
looks
out of
down.
my way.
He looks down at Gemma and back up at you, and he looks at her and he kind of motions earmuffs. And she puts her hands and covers her ears. Gemma won't survive without your help. She needs you.
I don't care.
What does that mean?
What the hell are you talking about?
Everyone needs you.
What?
Mallory, step aside or I will end you.
You need to move, Mallory.
I won't, and you can't.
I run back to the living room
Okay.
and I grab the shotgun.
Okay.
I motion with the knife to like threaten him. I'm serious that I will take him down.
He looks at Gemma and he tells her it's okay to take her hands off as he then places her on the ground. He's like, go clean up the kitchen, Gemma.
I come running back in with the shotgun and I point it out the door at Mallory.
Easy.
This will be easier for you if you don't do that.
You need to move. Mom's bleeding. She's gonna die. We have to go.
I have to get to the hospital.
I'll make sure she doesn't die, but I will not move. You're not going to shoot me. And I need your help to save Gemma.
And why should we help you? You've lied to us this whole time.
I haven't lied. I've told you everything as you've asked when you need to know.
You sent us into the basement and it was a trick.
It
There was
wasn't
nothing
a
down there.
trick.
How are you gonna help her, first of all? How are you gonna help her?
Help her
Number one.
right now.
Help her now. Let's. I take her back to the living room, the family room, whichever is closer, and I put her down. Mallory, help her now, and then you can tell us what you're talking about.
As he puts me down, I look Tommy straight in the face and say, why didn't you do it?
I still hold the gun on Mallory.
Oh, God, my leg.
Help her right now or I'm gonna blow you to hell.
Grace, go get the first aid kit out of the laundry room.
Grace, go
Okay.
now.
Okay. I run to the laundry room.
And grab something elastic,
Okay.
whatever you can find.
Gracie, hurry.
Okay. I run to the laundry
Just
room.
get me to the door. I'll take myself. Oh,
Just
God.
let's just let Mallory
You
tend
can't.
to your wounds before we head out. Just let him.
He goes and he puts his hand on your shoulder and looks you directly in the eyes. You can't leave.
The hell I can't.
If you try to, you're only going to lose blood pointlessly. You can't. It won't let you. I won't let us waste time. There's no point. He wants you here. You will stay here. Or it. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. It is as it has to be. And it's already as it will be.
God, it hurts.
Mallory, fix her up right now, please. And then-
I run back in with the first aid kit and rubber bands.
Okay.
I don't know
Just-
what I'm doing.
Tighten a bunch of these up on the top of her, wherever, under the
Okay.
knee.
Okay, and I do exactly as Mallory says.
It's okay. You'll be all right.
Like this?
Yes. Douse the leg with peroxide. Clean the wound.
Wait. Tandy, bite on this.
Okay, and I douse it with peroxide, just as Mallory says.
God, don't look, Grace. Don't look.
Will you please stop pointing that gun
No,
at
I
me?
will not.
Mallory, what now?
We just need to cap the wound off. We're not going to be able to just...
I take one of the shells out of the gun and I pop it open, and then I held it out to Kane. You need to pull this on her wound and you need to set it on fire. I think that's what Mallory's asking you to do.
Mallory?
I put the other shell back in, cock it, and hold it back on.
Okay, okay.
This isn't the Wild West. What?
What do you want to do, Tandy? I don't know what to do.
Oh,
It's cauterizing the wound. Will this not help?
The tea kettle in the kitchen. Just turn it on high.
Gracie.
When the water boils, just put the end of the tea kettle on the wound. That'll be a temporary fix. For right now, you're not gonna set me on fire with gunpowder.
Sorry,
That's
sorry.
not
I don't
happening.
know.
Mallory reaches down. He looks at you. That was smart.
Thanks for your approval, Mallory.
As he pulls out of his pocket a lighter and he lights.
Don't look, Grace!
Oh, jeez.
Don't look!
As a flash of light goes off. He's like, clean it.
With what? I don't.
Clean it.
I don't-
Use the gauze, clean it, wrap it
I use
tight.
the gauze, and I clean it the best I can, and I wrap it the best I can. Sorry, Tandy. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Tandy, I'm sorry.
Tandy
Can
passes
you-
out from the pain.
It's probably for the best. As you fall to the ground,
Catch
just
her.
Okay.
let her
I put her on
just
the.
let her rest.
Start speaking.
Gemma, are you done cleaning?
No! I have a long way to go. There's a lot of blood.
A lot of blood.
What
You're letting her
Just
clean up the blood?
Don't let her.
Keep cleaning, okay? Don't come back in here.
What's
How
in
could
the
you let
kitchen?
her do that in there?
She is a 5-year-old girl, right?
She's seen worse.
Jesus
Worse.
Christ. So what's
Look.
going on?
I don't want Gemma to know, but she has to leave. And I need your help.
And why should we help you?
Because you have to.
You need to start giving us some straightforward answers.
Look, you're gonna help. It's already... Just... I know this sucks. Unfortunately, your father started something. And now it's in you.
What?
He couldn't finish the job. Unfortunately, it's your job now. You have to get Gemma out of here, and I don't want her to know because she's going to be very upset when she finds out that I can't take care of her anymore.
How do we get her out of here? And how do we get out of here?
You don't. She does.
What does that mean?
It means for her to leave. You all have to die.
Horseshit!
No way. You threaten us like that one more time and I'm gonna blow you up.
I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you what will happen.
Yeah? By who? You?
No. If she did that, I'm guessing you've seen the white room. Not a room.
What do you know about that?
What's the voice? Who is the voice?
Oh, it's an it, I think. It's God to some. Divine being.
He said something about feeding on us, borrowing my eyes.
What? Oh my god.
I'm not gonna let
It
anything
will
happen.
take as much as it can. I suggest giving it the least that it needs, but just enough to get Gemma home.
Why can't we just all go in the truck? Why don't we just all leave? Whatever was in this house, we could just leave it behind.
What makes you think we can't just get in the truck and leave? What did you mean by we can't leave? Start making sense.
It's already begun, claiming the land around this place, just as it has before and as I've seen it do. This is different, though. I don't understand what it's doing. Just so much we thought we knew that was wrong.
So why did you let us move in here? Why didn't you tell us to turn around and go back? We could have gotten out.
It doesn't sound like
Because Gemma's life is more important than yours.
he's not acting in our best interest now. He's acting for
So
her
you're
best
using
interest.
us.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Your father started this.
He would not do that to his children.
No, he wouldn't. But he did.
Okay.
And it wasn't his choice either. This was the hand he was dealt, and now this is the hand you're dealt. You can try to run from it, but you will not leave as you are too close to its presence, and you will end up just like your father. Or unlike him, you could die knowing you helped a young girl, and hopefully fix this mess for good someday.
I'm not letting anyone die today. I shoot him.
No one's gonna die. You guys
Roll
are not-
for it.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Okay, no sixes.
Any hope?
and
1-1. Oh, 2 1s.
Wait, actually, do you have Brink?
Do you have anything to burn?
Yes.
You have 2 hope available.
Ooh.
This. Okay, I can burn
Oh, you can.
my brink.
Well,
But I can't re-roll a hope, can I? A hope
No.
die.
no, you can't.
So it'd just be one. I'm
Wait.
gonna re-roll with one
well,
hope.
what
'cause that's
are
all I
you?
have.
Are you burning?
I'm not gonna burn because it's only one die.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna use that hope.
do it.
That's a 1 again.
You
Did we
have
on-
1 hope available.
Oh Jesus!
Oh.
Come on!
Please be a
Wait,
6.
Okay, go,
please,
go.
please, 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 please.
Success!
That's
Ah,
a 4.
4. Goddamn.
No 6s.
Yikes.
No.
You
1.
pull the trigger. As it hits his face, his body goes back, as if in slow motion. It starts to recorrect itself and move forward, as half of his face is hanging down, and the other half is fine.
The fuck?
What
He
are
tries
you?
to talk, but coming through is just a garbled mess, as he can no longer form words. As he starts motioning for
He
something
needs
to write
something
on.
to write.
Uh,
Do you have a pen or paper?
I go to the family room table and I grab a piece of paper and a pen and I
He
hesitantly.
takes it from you and he places up on the wall. His blood is kind of moving on. Now this blood is kind of a dark purplish blue. It's not red. He starts writing on. He hands it to you and says, "I was really hoping Gemma wouldn't have to see me like this."
I grab the other half of
What
the
do we-
curtain and I just throw it to him.
What do we do? Okay.
I don't know. But we need to try to get out of here.
Gemma's in the other room, and now what is he? What is that?
You know what? I don't give a fuck about Gemma. I don't give a fuck about Mallory. I just care about you and my family.
Grab Tandy. Let's try and run out.
He kind of like, he leans down and he starts digging through the first aid kit, and you guys run out the front.
I
Where do
grabbed,
you-
I
where do
grabbed
you go?
Tandy. I grabbed Tandy, and
I
I
grabbed
run
Grace.
and try.
The
and
truck
hope-
is right
hope-
out there.
Okay, and we go to the truck.
Go, go, go.
Okay. You get out to the truck. The fog is cleared. And as you're walking out towards the truck, you notice that there's now this new tree line covering the road. You go ahead and hop in the truck. Anyway, you turn it on. You look out, and the tree line, it's very unnatural, but that's not the right word. It's natural, but it's infected. You know, it's like when a parasite takes over the body of an insect, kills it, begins to grow around it, creating a tower out of it to release its spore for somewhere else. You notice on each of the trees this gray cotton-like substance that's dragging the trees down as they're dead and drained of their energy, and these towers are moving out of them, creating a vast circle around the entire property, a circle of towers surrounding the house.
It's the house that's sucking the life out of all of the trees and the grass.
As you look down at the ground, the blackness that had been part of the ground on the back of the house, you see it spreading almost like a dry ice fog on the ground that rolls out. It's moving, but ebbing and flowing like that of a heartbeat as it flows out and draws in, and flows out and draws in as it's getting closer to your feet where you stand.
Get in the van. Get in the van right now.
We started it.
Yes, you started it. Do you all get in?
We all get
Yes.
in.
You all get in.
I put Tandy in.
Shut the doors.
Is there any way through the trees?
I drive close up to the tree, and it's around the boundary of the property, right?
All of it.
So I just kind of keep driving along
Is
the
there
trees.
any openings?
You start like moving down through the side of the woods and moving to the side of the house. You see no openings. This
He
fungus
was right.
like gray material growing up out of the ground. You see some of it like reaching up out of the ground itself as this gray material grabs onto a tree, as the trees are being sucked down into the ground as gray life. You can almost see the life sucking out from the bottom as it starts spiraling up the trees, as they split open at the top, and you see out of this new gray spire reaching towards the sky.
Close the vents. Close the vents.
I'm continuing driving, but I don't see an opening.
It's not letting us leave.
You know what? I just drive back to the house. There's no opening. He was right.
What are we gonna
Mallory is standing in the doorway of the house watching you as he's pulling the last string on his jaw up, and he's kind of tied it to a piece of bone at the base of his skull. And he's kind of adjusting.
I drive up to the house.
Like I said, he won't let you leave. Or it, or whatever the fuck.
What do we do?
We save Gemma.
How?
I'm not willing to buy that. My family.
He's now walked up to the van, and he's just kind of like, you have the window rolled down, and he's just kind of like put his arms on the side of it, very nonchalantly now leaning in. You all will die. Gemma will go home.
But that's not going to end this. How do we know that that'll end this? It's just going to keep going. You're going to have to keep tricking people into this house.
It's a theory I'm working on.
A theory? Would you explain it to us a little bit?
What, you expect us to just give our lives to this girl?
I did.
Our 4 lives? Yeah, well, these aren't your family here, okay? They're my family. And they're not just
Maybe
gonna die
if you're
for this
lucky,
girl.
you'll get to have a life like mine.
Well, what kind of life is that?
It's not. It's a joke because I'm obviously dead.
I got it.
But her existence, this thing, kept me alive for a reason.
So this thing wants you to do this.
Yes and no. Look. It has to happen. It will happen.
I'm not buying it.
We're not going to help you.
There has to be a way to stop it. Why don't we just try to stop it? We can work together.
You're
Let's
not giving.
burn this whole house down.
That's
You
not a
think
bad
you'd
idea.
be the first person to try to stop this?
They did try to burn it down. That's why there was all that soot.
Listen, Mallory,
It just rebuilt the house.
you're not giving us much to go on. You're just saying that we have to sacrifice ourselves, and you're not giving us anything.
What do you want me to give?
This theory that you're talking about. Why are we
That
saving...
the best thing that could happen is it reforms and leaves.
Leaves? To where?
Like setting it free?
Heaven, who the fuck knows?
And what's this thing about my old man saying he started this? What did he start?
He didn't start it. He was involved.
What
but
is
he couldn't
it?
get out of it.
What is
this? Your path. That.
So you think once it eats our entire bloodline, it'll end?
No. I don't. I think we have to close the loop, repair it, and then maybe it will fucking get off of this planet.
Close the loop. What does that mean?
I don't know. These are just theories that people throughout fucking millennia have been putting together based on all the bullshit that this thing puts out. It gets pieced together. It could be wrong. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
Half of what I grew up believing has been very clearly false.
Well,
We used to worship this thing like it was God.
What is it? The voice. You're talking about the voice in the White Room. What is it? It's you were saying it's a god? Or something out of this planet? What, is some alien?
It is our God, but not the one we thought it was. It's the devil. But it's our God. And it's hungry.
And you expect
He
me to
wants to feed.
feed my family. Feed on my family. And you're happy to go with that.
Rather than you just dying like your father did, it could go towards
You're God.
a goal, an objective. It could save a young girl.
And how's Gemma gonna be safe once we're all dead? What, she gets to just
She's
walk on out of
5 years
here?
old and she's seen bodies. She's not going to be fine.
She will be. She'll be fine.
What would happen?
I'm trying to wake Tandy up. 'Cause
Tandy
I need
starts
an
coming
add-on.
to.
What would happen if I hurt Gemma?
Yeah, what if we hurt your precious Gemma? What then? What if we feed this your god, Gemma?
What if I took
Maybe
this
we
shotgun
can walk
in
out
there
of here.
right now
Why
and I
aren't we?
shot her?
Why aren't we in the hospital?
Because we can't leave. Mallory was right. Just to catch you up.
We're pretty sure we're in hell, Mum. We're in hell and we're getting sacrificed to an old god.
What?
Yeah,
Tommy shot Mallory in the face and he's not.
just right here, not letting us leave.
I'm
We don't know what's going on.
oh
You
god.
hear the sound of honking coming from inside the garage.
It's still on, so I drive toward the garage.
Well, you start to drive towards the garage, but the Tesla busts through it. As you see, Briar in the driver's seat as he's going at full speed directly towards the tree line. He's just holding down the horn,
The car. What is he doing
very
with
clearly
the car?
trying to usher you out of the way.
Gotta get out of the way.
He's
I
gonna
get out the
crash
way.
into the trees.
Oh my god.
He goes at full speed, hitting one of the trees that's converted itself into a tower as a loud explosion goes off, rattling the inside of your truck. Mallory just kind of steps back and is like, whoa! Okay. As the tree starts burning and the fire starts to spread to some of the trees around it, you start to hear this deep growl coming from inside the house, as if the house
What?
itself is in pain.
He heard it.
I've heard that before. The growl.
What is it?
It was in my bedroom. Maybe the fire weakened the tree. Maybe we can get through.
Can we drive through there, Kane?
It's on fire at the moment.
So he's obviously he's dead, right? There's no way. Yep.
He's dead.
Yeah.
So now we know that we can hurt it. Maybe we can kill it.
Let's burn it.
Fire.
Let's try to, yeah.
Grace, can you roll for me, please?
Oh. Can I use my hope?
Yes. Good girl. Nice.
Oh, wait, but I have to roll for it.
Yeah. You got this. Good one.
And what's your hope?
2 ones, no
I have 2
sixes.
1s and no 6s.
Do we have any hope?
No.
You can burn something.
And no, she cannot because
Oh,
she
she
burned
burned
her
her
hope.
Yep.
And for you, Grace, all hope is lost. As a voice rings through your head.
Grace. That wasn't very nice.
What do you want?
I need you to do something for me.
And why should I?
You, as you're talking to this voice in your head, don't realize what's happening. As you've gotten out of the truck, and while doing so, grab the shotgun from your sister. As you walk to the front of the truck,
Grace?
as you see her move to the front, lift her head up, as you see the red orb of her necklace starting to move and ebb and flow like the ocean as it splashes within the orb itself. As she looks up, pointing the gun, at first you think towards you.
Gracie!
As she
Grace?
then unloads
Grace?
on the engine of the truck.
Oh my
Shoots,
god!
cocks, shoots, cocks, shoots, cocks.
Get out! Grace, stop!
As she just continues
Stop!
shooting. So you run over and you
Try and
move
take
the
the
gun
shotgun
down.
away.
As Grace looks up at you, her eyes are starting to fill with red, as red's creeping in from the edges of her eyes towards her pupils.
I grab
your
the
eyes-
necklace and I try and lift it off her head.
You can't.
No!
Please remember, your turns have ended,
Mm.
and this is what happens at the end of this chapter. As you try to grab and lift, it begins burning your hands, but you don't want to let go. As smoke starts rising out of your hands, as you feel the flesh around your hands starting to actually cut through to the bone, as you rip as violently as you can up over her head, as you feel this control that had taken over you release itself, and you now look down at your burned hands as they're kind of held shut, as this has cut all the way through all the tendons in your hand down to the bone, as you throw it on the ground. And we end that chapter there as another candle goes out and you are one step closer to complete and utter darkness. Shall we see what truth the audience has gifted us with?
This feels like a part 3, not a part 2.
There were no truths.
Oh.
There were no truths. And thank you, CDS456, for that donation. I saw that you said you made that before they got in the truck and all that stuff. Hope you don't mind that I modified it a little bit to try to work with what you threw out there.
Strange, man.
So, we're going into this next chapter with one hope available, no truths to define the next chapter. Given how late it is in the night, unless you fail a roll in the next 10 minutes, we will start next week on the same chapter again.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
So we begin chapter 6. outside the house as you've regained control of yourself. As Mallory's gone back inside to grab Gemma, as you've kind of woken up, you can no longer use your hands. You can no longer use your left foot. Outlook is getting a little bit darker and darker.
Let's get back inside.
Help me, help me, Kane.
I get out. Get Tandy out of the truck. Let's just get back inside. We'll tend to... Gracie, you help Tommy, and we'll just get back inside for now.
Okay, let's go to the family room.
Okay, family room. Gracie, can you get the
As
medkit?
you walk back into the house, you notice it's unfurnished again. But your things aren't in there either. It's just empty. Except for the blood footprints leading from the cellar back to the upstairs master bedroom.
I'm so done with this house.
Okay, someone. I need this.
I have the first aid kit from before.
Okay, you look after Tommy. Tandy, I'm gonna put you down here, and you you guys look after each other. I feel like.
Do you have the first aid kit?
Oh.
Mallory was using it. The house is now empty.
And it's gone.
Unless you want to roll for it. You only have 5 dice available.
Can we?
It's up to you.
Can we wrap it with something else?
My character is said to carry band-aids with her.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I will use the band-aids I have on her
Okay.
hands.
Okay. Because I'm not sure if we've got an intruder in the house now. I saw these bloody footprints going upstairs. I feel like I should go up and
Have hand sanitizer, so
Thanks, Tandy.
try some of that.
It's gonna burn.
Yeah.
But
Well, it'll cleanse.
it'll help.
Thank you.
Well, at least I could do for you setting my leg on fire.
we're cauterizing the wound. Tandy, there's bloody footprints going upstairs to your bedroom. I'm thinking to.
Well, let's go up there.
Well,
Take me up there, Kane.
Where's Gemma?
So you two start moving upstairs. The two of you standing down there see Mallory coming out of the kitchen with Gemma. She's now covered in blood. She's been cleaning it all up in the kitchen.
What happened to you? Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fine, Gemma.
Did somebody hurt you? Like they hurt Dad?
Who's they, love?
I don't know, but Dad's face is messed up.
Yeah.
He looks like the guy in the kitchen.
We're
The
sorry.
other one got up and walked away. I tried to stop him.
What?
Brian.
Oh my god.
We're sorry you had to see that, Gemma.
It's okay. I see things all the time.
Kane? Briar's loose.
Brian's, he ran into the tree and he died, remember?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Is Mallory still down there? Mallory?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
Who's the bloody footprints belong to? Do you have any idea?
You know, there's a chance, that there's something in the house with us. There's a chance there's not. It's hard to tell what's real and what's not.
I'm not surprised by that at this point.
Well, I'm not letting any intruder just stay around inside this house while we're here.
And
It'd be a
Kane,
danger.
I wanna get that box that we found in the attic. It's in my bedroom of the there's CDs and
Tandy.
DVDs, and one of them said, "Do not watch."
Well,
I
those bloody footprints I happen to be leading into your bedroom, so we're going in the same direction anyway.
So you make your way to the stairwell. There's only one picture on the wall now while the rest of the house is empty, and it's the wedding picture. This time turned upside down. But your face and your late husband's face are both scratched out through the picture itself, revealing the cardboard underneath.
Okay, so you wanted to see that compact disc.
Yeah, that's.
Where did you leave
that's
it
in
last?
That's in my room.
We're in her room now, right? Are we not?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
there's no one there.
So there's nothing.
I put the
footsteps were
box-
leading from the room down.
Oh, I see. Is the
Pointed in
is the
that
compact
direction.
disc that Tandy found in the attic in her room? The one
No.
That, okay. Let's
There's
head back-
nothing in the room.
let's
It's
head
an
back down.
empty room with nothing in it.
I thought I
Okay.
put it in the closet.
I thought the steps were going. The
Everything's-
footsteps were coming up here. Let's go back downstairs. There's nothing up here.
I need to sit for a second.
No,
I know.
Tandy,
I
can
need to sit.
okay? Can we sit with the rest of the girls when we're all in the same place, please? I'm just gonna have you
Okay.
come back downstairs.
Okay.
Right. I take Tandy back downstairs to her family room and I sit her down on.
You sit. I would say you sit. The only place to really sit would be the bottom of the stairs on the last
Okay.
step. That's a little bit larger and kind of wraps around a little
and
bit.
You have a seat on the. these steps. Okay.
Oh.
So what now, Mallory? We're trapped here.
Yeah.
You want us to sacrifice ourselves for this girl? What now?
That's not happening.
It's definitely not happening.
But you saw that out there, the trees and the explosion. It hurt whatever this thing is.
That's right, Gracie. Let's.
Yeah, and then he took over your little brain and made you blow up the truck.
That's true.
Yeah, well, I'd love to see him try with me.
So
Well, the necklace is gone now.
Yeah, I took it off.
Why don't we just blow up all the trees? We'll take whatever we can find in this house.
And what's the alternative? Just to sit here and let it take
The
us?
house is empty.
What if we fill it with gas? What if we just turn the stove on and fill it with gas?
We don't.
Blow it up.
It's empty. We don't have the gas.
Well,
we can,
I have a, what?
Briar's not here, so there's a chance he's not hearing your entire little plan.
And what if he was hearing it?
what do you mean by what you just said?
Is Briar a spy?
No, he's saying it's a chance that he's not hearing your plan, so therefore that means that there's a chance for us to get out of here. So what do you mean?
Look, if you choose to keep down this path of fighting the godlike entity, who knows? Maybe you'll win. Maybe. I will hunt you down. I will cut you into small pieces, leaving only a husk of your body, keeping you alive. I will take you to him, and I will get Gemma back, if that's what I have to do.
Okay, listen, jackass. This is my family that you're talking to like that, and that is not gonna happen. Because I have one good foot, and that will go straight up your ass.
I sincerely appreciate your gusto and your love for your family. Why'd you bring them here?
Because it was their family. It was their family home. It was the right thing to do.
No. That's not it. That's not how this works. It was a bad idea and you know it. You didn't even check to see if this was on the grid, what the living conditions were like. No. It wanted you here. It called for you. But that doesn't make sense to me. You three makes perfect sense. It's tied to your father. It would know to look for you, to reach out, bring you here. But you merely fucked the man. You didn't hold his bloodline. But you didn't follow any solid reasoning on whether or not you should bring a recently traumatized family out to the woods in the middle of nowhere.
It was for healing.
It means you're pregnant, stupid.
Oh my god.
What?
Sandy.
Are you pregnant?
Shit.
Well, I mean, I'm late, but that's not a thing. You know, it's
Then you have to let us
sometimes
go. We have to
I
get out
haven't,
of here.
I haven't been eating very well, and when you don't eat enough, it can delay your period. So that's just all
So I'm
that it is.
guessing last time
Oh my god.
I saw your husband, about 2 months ago, he came here, and And the walls he put up, they just weren't strong enough. It got in his head. And he came back from his little work trip with some vigor and a newfound drive to once again spread his seed like he'd done so many times before. Not his choice, mind you. This thing, it likes having some insurance, you know, knowing that there's a backup to the backup to the backup. I'm sure it sensed that your good old dad wasn't going to follow through. He could have saved all of you. But instead, he probably realized what he had done. And he couldn't live with it. You know, it's only the third time he had allowed it to get in his mind and make choices for him that ultimately led to the people he loves deaths. I liked your father, I really did. He helped me when I needed it. He was supposed to follow through. That's why he built the house, let me stay. But you know something? Something he always knew? He wasn't enough. He always planned on eventually bringing you all here.
He wouldn't have done that.
Oh shit.
I need for you and your daughter to get the fuck out of my house. Right now.
Dad, why is he talking to you like that? I don't want to leave. I like you guys.
Well, he's trying to kill us, Gemma.
Shh, as he bends down and looks at her. Hey, I'm not going anywhere, okay?
Hey, Gemma. Gemma. Get out of this house. Get out of this house, Gemma. Is
Okay.
this your house? No.
No.
Get out of this house and take your dad with you. Right now, Gemma. We don't want you here. Get out of this house.
Okay.
As she grabs Mallory's hand and starts leading him out the front. See you soon. We'll be back. And we will end tonight's episode right there. And
Man,
Oh my god.
everything is sweaty and
Everything's hot.
Yeah.
oh.
thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
For
you all
tuning
the
in to
hope.
10 Candles. We
Yeah.
will be finishing this volume of the story next Monday night at 6 p.m. Don't miss it. Mark your calendar. Come
Bye.
back. Check it out. Tomorrow night is the season finale of Power Rangers Hyperforce. You're going to definitely not miss that. And thank you for coming on Hyperforce last week.
Oh yeah, that
Mike,
was a lot of fun.
thank you for that.
That was really cool.
And thank you,
Thanks for ditching me.
thank you,
Hyperforce Rangers.
Shelby and Markia and Mike and Kate for letting me fuck with you so much.
That was great.
I like have weird dreams because of this show now.
Guys, I don't even want to tell you the dreams
Oh
I've
my
had
god.
over the last couple
movies
days.
you're watching?
Yeah. And I just want to apologize for all my language. This is like, I don't usually language,
What
but I'm
fucking
language.
language?
I'm languaging language.
Tommy loved it when Tandy started dropping the F-bombs. Just so you know.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for
Yeah.
supporting the show. Your subs,
Thank you,
your
thank you.
contributions all go
thank
to
you.
allowing us to keep doing
Thank
this
you, thank
show. So thank you for that. And don't go anywhere. Coming up next is Perception Check, our D&D show with Disney puppeteers. So it's a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss it. So enjoy these memories and clips from the last couple weeks of fun moments on the channel. And think about sticking around and smashing that follow and subscribe button, all that good stuff.
Think about it.
And
Just think about it.
Do it.
we'll be back next Monday night.
All right. See you then.
Think about it. Think about it.